Hello and welcome back to the Motor House, and we're continuing on the Lotus 7 restoration, and this is we're still making pattern bucks for fender repairs, using the left side as a template to make repairs for the right. Just an update for anybody who hasn't been following. I've laid out these lines with a laser, and that's based upon the marks here. If you watch the previous video, you'll get that. So where do we go next? Or where do I go next? I guess that's the best way. Where do I go next with all this? So how do I make a wooden template based upon this profile? And I had thought about getting a piece of wood set up and then taking a small piece and measuring it up and down to kind of figure that out. You take a given measurement and then you trace a pencil mark or something on it to your profile. I thought about that. And all the complications of doing it with how many hands to do it and making sure it's marked and how many versions will I have to make till I get it right. So I started thinking about other strange and crazy ideas, which sometimes I get into, which helps me get through this. So what if I was to take and make a mold of this? So what did I have on hand to kind of do that crazy idea? I have wood epoxy on hand. Let's think about this. So this is the first one I made, and this is the first black measurement that you'll see. The rest are in blue, but that was the first reference line was black, and that's the wood epoxy. And laying down on a piece of wood like this would allow me to transcribe that profile right around. So that was the first proof of concept for my weird idea. And I do believe that on a piece of 1/4 inch Luan plywood, I can trace that off, because they did make one straight side and one funky side, and the straight side it matches is up against the black line I put on it. So that's proof of concept. That wood epoxy it's getting old and it's very expensive. Of course, wood epoxy, two-part epoxy in the stuff is expensive no matter what you do. So I went and picked up other epoxy, two-part clay. I don't know if you call it clay, but it's like clay you mix together, two parts, and you get this. So let me just bring this over, and I will set that down, and you can see how well the first one turned out, which gave me a lot of promise that this system could work out. So this is 2 packages, and packages aren't big. To show you what I'm wearing, what I'm using is Millput. It's just a, let's see, epoxy. Comes in sticks, part A and part B. You take them, put them together in 1-to-1, and then you can make this. And I got a bunch of wood dowels to go through and give it a little bit of extra support. But basically one package does, I guess, a line is the best way to describe it, and holds together pretty well. We'll see. I mean, I did the wood epoxy and it took a day or so to set. We'll see how this does for setting. How did I get these? Well, let's go over to the bench. I had to think about forming it in a roll on my hand. Kind of wasn't working out, you know, like a long cigar, long roll. Wasn't working. So, all right, this plastic you put down, that's what I use for release. But I made a mold, basically just by taking 2 pieces of channel and let's see if we get the size here. So about that. So that gives me kind of a given measurement. The plastic works for release. I can use it a few times. Pull it out. I pull it out. I set it over here. I use this to form one side against the line so it gets straight. And then I can take, as I say, take those and then transfer them to a piece of wood and cut out the profile. So that's where I'm going at the moment, and the cling wrap does work well for releasing it off. Just got to make sure that it has cured. So I do have another epoxy to try. This is mold epoxy, mold putty, which I think gets flexible, but it says it's got a 3-minute working time. That's I don't know, 3 minutes is that's not long at all. So I'm going to see how well this mill put works. If it works out fine, then I won't use the other, and I'll just get more mill put. But that's what I'm going to do to make the profile for the pattern. And so far, with the test piece, it's turned out well. This could all go wrong and tomorrow when I go to check on these things, but it's progressing. And I still have to finish laying out a couple of lines, but this is working. This is working for this part. And then I still have to figure out about laying the lines out down there, because I can't go straight across as easily as I can with the top because of the falling nature. So I'm wondering if I take measurements off and then do a line. Still working that out, but this is at least progressing the next step into making the profiles, which starts the pattern buck. So, just an update from the motor house.